Not by mule, nor by plane, nor by train, boat, or car. Still, Wally found himself drifting and landing in a Hollywood bar.
Hello, sir. I can't seem to find my cell phone. Can you lend me yours?
Welcome to the dream.
What's the dream?
City of Dreams. Dreamland.
Wally, my name is Magi, and our time is
This
short.
place here, they say it's 15 minutes of fame. But if you look like us, brother,
Wally, I need you to pay attention. You are on the run. That is why you don't know where you are.
On the run? On the run from who?
You're on the run from him. He is the same man from Amsterdam. He just has a different face. He is trying to kill you. We're almost out of time, but listen. You will keep popping up in different parts of the world every 6 years. You're the only person that can make it stop, and time's the only person that time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up.
As Wally was being warned of his pending demise in Los Angeles by the mysterious sage halfway around the world on his missing case, was his brother-in-law, Detective Sam Jones.
Hold on, there it is, this boy guy. You trying to tell me Wally Jones gets clean? Just a case of being a clean trunk? That mean anything to you?
Other than the boy that like to drink? No. Already? Rough night?
Atlas, man. Pitching up from her dreams, screaming all hours of the night. Last night she was shouting out, they could kill him, they could kill Wally. Then later on down, she dreaming, and she talking in the dreams. Magi, 60 seconds, time's up.
Magi? Any idea who that is?
No, but whoever he is, he getting more from my woman in the bed than me. Besides being sexually frustrated, because I ain't getting none. I can't even sleep now.
So, Lord, you ain't got no backup?
Backup? What you mean backup?
Sweetheart. One little thing.
No, but never, but happily married, but I ain't, no, but you get any?
I got two.
Two?
Listen, what marriage got to do with it? And your wife, she ain't giving you none? You got the right to it, bro. You think we finding Wally alive?
Sam, not big on religion like his wife, did something unusual early that morning in the shower. He said a prayer.
You can find him, boy. He could be okay. Wally could be okay, boy. We can find him.
In the prayer, he said, God, if you're really there, help me find Wally today. Because you gifted me with his sister Atlantis as my wife, and I need to make her happy. A happy wife, a happy life. Amen.
That's him. That's Sam Jones.
Hey, Chief said he wants you in his office, but...
What? Why?
When Sam Jones was a little boy, he dreaded being called upstairs in their home, for there was the master bedroom where his daddy resided. Going upstairs usually meant some sort of correcting, and barely able to look his stern father in the eye, he had this habit of hanging his head down low.
Jones, come in. Close the door.
Everything okay, Chief?
That's what I wanted to ask you. This thing, this polo on your missing relative, must be tough on the family.
Oh, Wally.
I just wanted to assure you that if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. If you need some time to be off with your wife.
No, sir. No, sir.
I caution you, son. You're a young man, young husband. This is a delicate time. And it could either bring your family together or drive you apart.
With all due respect, sir, this where I need to be. Right here, especially now.
You got any leads?
No, sir. Just Wally missing, and this artist would just be by Wally Bar. It's called in Portkey.
I see.
Chief, I just think there's some big misunderstanding. Some game or something like that Wally playing on.
Trick. He was a slacker.
The biggest. The biggest.
What about the wife? What'd she think?
Well, you know how superstitious behemoths could be when they get their dreams and things.
What did she dream?
I mean, that ain't that important. She just going through a lot right now. We just lose a baby recently, so it's a lot on her right now.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. But every little bit helps. Never doubt the power of the unconscious.
Well, no. And the first dream, she wake up shaking, saying Wally in Amsterdam. Then she say, he drinking coffee or something like that.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Is that exactly what she said, detective? He was drinking coffee?
Well, she say he was in a coffee shop.
Did Wally smoke dope?
Yeah, man, I drink.
Your wife ever been to Amsterdam?
No, sir.
Well, they don't sell coffee in coffee shops in Amsterdam, detective. They sell dope, ganja, weed. But how could your wife know that?
So what you saying, Chief? You saying Wally in Amsterdam?
Atlantis. Atlas Jones is what they call her.
Hey, Atlas.
Hey, you see Sam?
Nah, I haven't seen him.
Novato, right? They call you Loverboy Vado?
That would be me. And who you is, beautiful? Who sent this food?
I'm Atlantis, detective, Sam's wife.
Oh, hey there, Mrs. Jones.
I was getting some food and thought I'd get some for Sam. Have you seen him?
Oh, he's in the chief's office right now. Wanna wait?
No. I'll just leave it here. But thank you.
Okay.
Any news on Wally or Potcake?
No, ma'am. No news as yet.
Oh, and could you tell Sam I went by Shipwreck the other day? and tried to figure out the names of the faces of the people singing, Lisa could identify all except for one. She was dark, kind of solid, had these cat-type eyes. If you could ask him to pull up the surveillance from that last day and look into it.
No problem. Sure things, Mrs. Jones.
Thank you, Nevado. Have a blessed day.
You too, Mrs. Jones. A blessed day. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones.
Chief, with all due respect to your wife and her
I've been married
tramps,
for 30 years. I wouldn't be where I am without her.
I don't see how any of this helps with the case. Isn't this real life and not some episode of the X-Files, Chief?
And with all due respect, only a rookie detective, one bred in this cyber generation, would say such a thing. What do you know about who we are as a people? This place we call home. These islands where we live. If most knew, they'd probably stay at home at night. Solve this crime problem right away. You like Junkanoo, right?
I love it, Chief.
And why we just march down our main street every year on Christmas night?
Yes, the music, the culture, the prize money.
Money. The material. Now we getting somewhere. So you think you have it all figured out?
A lot of it. I studied. I was identified and promoted to CDU. I just go above and beyond with everything that I do. Every single case that put before me, I solve, Chief.
I know. I watch the evening news. And we are very proud of you. Tell me, Jones, what of the stories that don't make the evening news?
What stories, Chief?
In Harbor Island, my superiors were chasing this fella, and he led them across this open field, an empty quarry-like field. And when they went to run across it, the ground turned to quicksand. In Bimini, we was chasing this fella. He ran behind a building. And when we went behind the building, it was a dead end. There was nothing but a high wall and a lone goat. And the goat looked up and said, "Yeah, catch me now." Then I went to deal with this complaint, this Haitian woman in Abaco. And when we went to the door, there were mirrors all over the walls. When she came to answer the door, she spoke to our reflection instead of speaking directly to us. I never ran away so fast. Then, right here in Nassau, I went to deal with this woman who was being abused and cheated on by her husband. And when we went inside, there was a plate of food on the table and upside down crosses all over the wall. And there were pennies all over the door frame. Apparently, she had a liking for me, and this was meant to snag me.
Well, that's all too strange, Chief.
Strange? These strange things occur every day, Jones.
All this true? On the record?
All true. Off the record. We failed your generation, Jones. We raised a bunch of flashy boys instead of mature men. And we wonder where it all went wrong.
Yeah. One more question, Chief.
Off the record.
You never cheated on your wife? For 30 years?
Never. On the record. Get out of my office.
Yeah, Chief.
See you on the evening news, son.
It was at this time that Sam Jones, usually a very present and stable force, began to drift.
Yeah, that's a bad, but we can do some other things. But y'all think this is a game? Who put these pennies on my desk, bro?
What happened to you? I need your pennies. I need your food.
It's my food?
Yeah, your wife came by earlier and she bring that for you. But I don't understand how you let your fine wife come to the station.
Big man, don't look at my wife, boy. I don't know how you managing all these women anyway. A single life, boy. A single life must be good, Dre. Oh, what the single life got to do with it? I didn't tell you go find one little thing, boy.
Yeah. You need to find one little thing for me.
Boy, why you up a mohawk, bro? And you have a goatee? And wearing slippers to white? Boy, you all slacking off, you know. Big man, don't look at my wife, boy.
Mrs. Jones. You should say that.
Courage, compassion, discipline, justice, temperance, etc. A man can be a very virtuous and upright man, but can be horrible at being a good man. Maybe he can't hunt, or he's terrible around women, or he can't use a hammer to save his life. It's also possible to have a man who's good at being a man, but isn't a good man. You can be the best hunter or mechanic in the world, but if you lie, cheat, steal, you're not a good man.
This is not really a blood moon or eclipse, or even a strawberry moon like in Europe. But every now and again in these islands, the sunset creates this effect, turning its moon and everything into a pink and purple hue. One island legend says it's because of the shift of the weather. Another says it represents a rebirth. Either way, it means great change is on the horizon, for better or for worse.
Come on, man, Lisa, my mouth dry, man.
Listen here, ain't nobody tell you come here with your dry mouth. Hey Sam, how you doing?
Hey, good man. Holding up. What about you?
Same old, same old. I'm holding up under the circumstances. We been coming here every night. What's going on? You coming here with good news or you coming here with bad news?
I ain't sure yet. You recognize her?
She been here once or twice. But this is the one Atlas talking about it.
You remember what her affiliation is with Wally?
Well, I can figure out one way.
I mean, Lisa, I didn't mean it like.
Oh, grow up. Of course, he had a sweetheart. I mean, it wasn't like we was married. But everyone is as nice and as decent as you, Sam. But so you been coming in here every other night, man. I mean, I know that my service is stellar, but is Atlas okay with this?
Actually, I think I'll just go home. Atlas probably waiting on me.
Tell her I said hey.
He's up. Enjoy it, man.
Wait, tell your Grammy get you a shot or some ice.
As Sam left shipwreck that night, he began to wonder if he had ever seen the mystery woman anywhere else. As he left that night, her mystery began to grow larger in the back of his mind.
Must be nice.
Are we going back to your place?
No, thank you.
So, you just pull me aside and kiss me, and you ain't gonna give me none?
I only needed you to distract from the man who walked past us.
What? That's your husband or something, man?
No. His name is Sam Jones, and he is looking for Wally.
Wally? Wally on this bar?
Yes. And I'm here to make sure he doesn't find him.
Never find Wally?
Or if he finds him, he finds him dead.
Oh. So why you telling me this?
Don't matter. You're too drunk to remember this anyway. Now, go home to your wife.
Crazy job.
These things, these mysteries that I show you, do they sound strange? I suppose strange is in the eye of the beholder, my dear listeners, for these stranger things occur every day.